Hey everyone, imagine you have $100. You can go to a store and buy a new pair of sneakers. That's a simple, familiar cycle. You exchanged money for a product. But what if that same $100 could be turned into $110? And then that $110 into $120? Today, we're talking about the secret mechanism that turns ordinary money into something more. It's the foundation of our modern economy, and it directly impacts how we all live.
Path 1. Exchange for consumption. Let's say you have apples you sell at a farmer's market for $10. With that $10, you buy some bread. That's it. Your goal was to get bread. Money here is just a middleman. It came and went, fulfilling its mission. Path 2. Exchange for profit. This is a completely different game. Here, you start with money. You take $100 and buy a product, like a vintage car. Then you sell it, not for $100, but for $120. The money came back, but with an extra bit. That extra bit, the $20, is the magic that makes money grow.
This leads us to a big question. Where does this extra value come from? Could it be that we just tricked someone? If that were the case, nothing would change for the economy as a whole. What you gained, someone else lost. This doesn't create new wealth, it just redistributes existing wealth. Is it magic? Not quite. We need to find a unique product that can create new value.
And such a product exists. It's labor power, a person's capacity to work. It's not the work itself, but the potential you sell. To buy this unique commodity, two conditions must be met. 1. The worker must be free and have the right to sell their labor power. 2. The worker must have nothing but this power. They don't own factories, tools, or raw materials. This forces them to sell their ability to work. The capitalist buys labor power at its true value. This value is determined by the costs required for a person to live, feed their family, and stay healthy. It's a fair transaction. Now we know where the magic happens. It's not in the market, but behind the scenes, in the process of production. The capitalist buys labor power, raw materials, and equipment. They pay the worker exactly what their labor power is worth, for example, $100 for a day's work. But during that day, the worker creates a new product with a total value far greater than the cost of their wages. For instance, in 8 hours, the worker produces goods worth $200. The capitalist paid the worker $100 but received a product worth $200. That's where the extra bit or surplus value comes from. It doesn't come from trickery, but from the fact that the worker creates more value than they are paid for their labor. This concept explains many things in the modern world. Small business. A coffee shop owner buys a barista's labor power and coffee beans, then sells the finished drinks for more than the total cost. That difference is their profit. Investing. When you buy shares in a company, you become an owner of capital. Your money works for you, bringing in dividends because the employees of that company are creating new value. Of course, this approach to economics creates its own set of problems. The system can lead to inequality and social conflict, as the goal of the capitalist is not just production, but the constant growth of capital. So, money doesn't become capital through magic, but through a unique process, buying labor power and using it in production. It is there, where new goods are created, that the extra value is born, allowing money to grow. This knowledge is key to understanding how our world is built. What do you think? Can we create an economy where money works for people rather than people working for money? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.